always been interested by aeroplanes. I remember my dad taking me to sit at the end of the runway at Canberra Airport and watch the aeroplanes come in. I remember being sent up to Sydney as an unaccompanied minor, being able to visit the cockpit during flight back in the good old days when you could do that. I was an airline pilot for Qantas. I was a first officer on the 767. I was engaged to be married and life was good. Most pilots are fairly in tune with their health because we get an annual medical examination. And I thought, something's not right. In hindsight, the classic cluster of symptoms, increasing thirst, urinating frequently, increasing fatigue, and then my vision just went a little bit blurry. I was actually on a training course in Los Angeles. Went off to a medical centre and they tested my blood sugar level and it was 5 times higher than it should have been. The diagnosis was type 1 diabetes and that would stop my commercial flying career on the spot. That's when the music stopped. I certainly had a good cry in the clinic in Los Angeles. So on the other side of the world, by myself in a city where I didn't know anyone. So I just remember feeling lost, having to rejig my personal finances because I was no longer going to be on a good income. And being 6 weeks out from the wedding, I was definitely angry. And in hindsight, I wish that I'd sought some mental health support. Well, everyone at work was very upset for me. Everyone knew how passionate I was about flying. If you have any form of diabetes requiring treatment with insulin, you are not allowed to hold a Class 1 medical, which is what is required to fly commercially. Those were the rules when I was diagnosed. I thought if I look at this catastrophe in any other way than an opportunity, it'll be the end of me. When in life do you have the opportunity to say, right, clean slate? You can start from scratch. You can choose anything you want to do other than flying, and you can have a go at it. So after a fair bit of thought, I went through the process of applying for medicine. It had been about 6 months since I'd flown. And from a flying point of view, the only flying licence that I could hold at that point was an ultralight licence. Little aeroplanes, 2 seats. It was one of the turning points for me, getting back into the ultralights. I remember flying over to Noosa, right on sunset, windows open in this little aeroplane, arm out the side, and it was just so serene and beautiful. And I thought, if nothing else, if I never fly a bigger aeroplane again, at least I can still come and do this. So I've been a doctor for 7 years now, and the advance in technology has just been astronomical since I've been diagnosed. And the ability to more tightly control my blood sugar levels entirely due to that technology change is what has driven the change in the aviation rules that's allowed me to get back to flying. It was just over 2 years ago now that I was in my Class 1 medical back. So there was an airline pilot diagnosed about 12 months ago, and this new protocol requires that you have a minimum of 6 months on the ground to learn your diabetes and stabilise it. And once you meet the stability requirements, you're allowed to go back to flying commercially. So he's back in the cockpit and he flew his first flights a fortnight ago. And I was down in Adelaide and I was a passenger on that flight. And it was fantastic. It's gone from a career-ending event to a 12-month blip, and you'll have a long and happy career as an airline pilot. It's a minor hiccup in life. It's not insurmountable. With the right support, mental health support, support from your friends, support from your diabetes teams, you'll be able to pick up and carry on and do whatever you want.
Support is out there. Straight to the Point is a guide for adults living with type 1 diabetes, made to help you live life to the full. You can download it for free at jdrf.org.au/straight to the point.